Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to Shiki. Today we're back with another video, and this time it is Namjoon being the #1 army protector by Shookga. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into this. And I've seen some of this actually when he was on James Corden's interview, you know, where he talked a little bit about that, but let's go.
Everyone knows that ARMY is so protective towards BTS, but not only ARMYs, BTS is actually very protective towards ARMYs too, especially Namjoon. As the main spokesperson of BTS in the US, Namjoon had to deal with lots of ridiculous questions from interviewers. Some of them were about ARMYs, but Namjoon will always make sure to protect our reputation, and will never let anyone downgrade us to just a crazy fandom.
Yes, now that's the problem. A lot of people tend to take the actions of one or two people and then blanket it over the whole thing, which is not the right way to do things, right? And I think the reason why Namjoon also protects ARMY that much is because I don't think they look at ARMY as just fans. I think it's more like they don't have like the usual dynamic. ARMY and BTS, they just, you know, they just go hand in hand, if you know what I mean. So
what's the weirdest or craziest thing a fan has asked you to do?
I don't want to call it like weird or crazy. What's the craziest thing though that one of your fans has ever done to try to meet you?
We don't want to call it crazy, but
okay.
It was a wonderful thing.
When an interviewer asked,
Wow. It's so easy to get caught in that trap. It is so easy to get caught in that trap right there. He says one thing, and newspapers will run with it, and they will say, and the title would be something like, Namjoon or RM, the leader of BTS, talks about, crazy fan experience, or, like, that's what they want. Like they want to get some fresh meat, which Namjoon is totally vegetarian right there.
asked them about that question. Namjoon
And yes, I am a little bit hungry.
ended up talking about the Purple Ribbon Project, and saying that it was amazing.
We met them, but we saw the ribbons.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
And when another interviewer asked them about the same question, Namjoon tried to change the question. From what's the craziest thing a fan has ever done to what's the best memorable fan experiences.
What's the craziest thing a fan has done to meet you? You've had any crazy fan experiences?
팬들이 했던 것 중에 지금 제일 기분 좋고 기억에 남았던 거.
And he
Wow. Now this is such a shame to see. Such a shame. Because let's be honest. These people, if they are so genuine, why don't you focus on the good things? You know why? Because they are trying to get clicks, and what gets clicks? Controversy. But I love what RM did here, what Namjoon did here. It's just such a subtle thing, but it wasn't even thought. Like, he just immediately changed it. I don't know, he's just smooth. He's meant to be the person that he is. And I'm so proud to know that BTS has a leader just like him, because they're safe. And why I say that they're safe is this world is filled with a lot of hungry people trying to take advantage, and in doing so, I think the people that are mostly innocent and pure, those get caught in those traps. But RM isn't gonna let anything even remotely happen. So.
even then they still asked if ARMY ever physically attacked them.
Do they ever grab you and try to attack you?
My disappointment.
Wow, that look.
My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined.
Another interviewer asked similar question, and Namjoon answered that fans never injured them.
Have you guys been injured yet in in a rush of fans?
I always, not by fans, but I always hurt myself.
I saw a video online, a compilation of you hurting yourself on stage.
Yeah, kinda. So the fans don't hurt me. I hurt myself.
Not only that, some people used to say
You know what? He is So much
that
respect.
armies are bots, and at the AMA's red carpet recently, Namjoon addressed the bots' accusation and shutting them down flawlessly.
We're just here to have a good time with the armies, with the actual people, not AIs, not the robots.
He also confirmed about
Wow.
the upcoming sold-out stadium, proving once again that armies are real people who's capable to sell out a big stadium for 4 days.
Or sold out show. Of course, always. So fun.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's a proud smile. He knows. They don't have to cater to anyone. They don't have to look to the side or to the back or to the front. They don't gotta look for nothing, because they know that they got army behind them. And it's such a. I think the most similar way I can explain this is, I think everybody, or most people at least, you have someone that you can trust, right? Someone that you can trust. And it could be BTS in this case, where you're like, you know what, if I had to do something, I can trust that these people or this certain person wouldn't let me down, because you know that they have your best interest at heart. And I feel like that's the kind of symbiosis here between Army and BTS, and that's why you can see how proud he is.
My stadium.
When Billboard interviewed BTS about chart manipulation issues, Namjoon defended ARMY and criticized Billboard for their
These efforts have I don't know how to pronounce that, but the group singles, as they have sailed to the top of charts despite BTS' weaker streaming numbers and radio airplay than some of its pop contemporaries. It's a fair question, says RM, of allegations that ARMY's works amount to chart manipulation. But if there's a conversation inside Billboard about what being number one should represent, then it's up to them to change the rules and make streaming weigh more on the ranking. Slamming us or our fans for getting number one with physical sales and downloads, I don't know if that's right. It just feels like we're easy targets because we're a boy band and K-pop act and we have this high fan loyalty. 100% true.
accusation, because they are the one who sets the rules. If they want to make streaming way more, they should do it instead of complaining about ARMYs buying BTS songs. He feels like it isn't right to accuse ARMY for chart manipulation.
What would these people have done during Michael Jackson's era? If they were during this era, like they had this kind of social media during, his prime, what would they say then? Why isn't the same happening to other people? It's because how passionate ARMY are.
He said it just feels like they are easy targets because they are a boy band from Korea and they have this high fan loyalty. In their recent interview at the Late Night Show with James Corden, Namjoon directly confronted Corden about his quote-unquote jokes.
James, how about you? You've been in some hot water with armies. Are you alright? Is that alright?
It's the way he says, "Are you all right?" Now, I've already spoken about this. The only thing I'm gonna say about this is what I like is that the hatchet is buried between James and BTS. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. So I respect their decision, and the only thing that I can say personally is that I'm just glad that Namjoon didn't let it slide. All right, because just we see you is pretty much the message here. James, we see you.
James. Does everybody know what this was?
The United Nations General Assembly kicked off this morning in New York City, and it started with some pretty unusual visitors. BTS were there. BTS visited the UN, and lots of people are saying, why are BTS? The world leaders have no choice but to take BTS seriously. At the end of the day, BTS has one of the largest armies on planet Earth. Historic moment. It actually marks the first time 15-year-old girls everywhere found themselves wishing that they were Secretary General Antonio Guterres.
Corden tried to explain the situation by saying that he is a man and he is an army. So what he said was clearly a harmless joke, which in my opinion, it was reckless thing to do. The reason why it made armies mad was because this issue has been going on for so long. We have been trying to show our diversity, but then he brought this up again, and it feels like our effort gone to waste because of it.
Okay, that's a different standpoint than mine, because I'm a new army. There's a lot of things that I don't know about. I'm just trying to keep up with BTS in general. I just woke up and I found out that their concert just ended, and I see all these videos on my page, and I'm just trying to keep up. I found out that there's like voting things, and so there's a lot of things that I don't understand, but I can definitely understand that trying to generalize or just put this blanket over ARMY and call them 15-year-old girls or whatever. Yeah, that's it's not a cool thing to do, and it's not original either. If he was trying to be funny, but I understand now, from that perspective as well. That's a new kind of way of looking at it for me that I didn't know.
But alas, Namjoon said he appreciate his apology, even though Corden didn't even meant to apologize.
We appreciate your apology.
Ah, it wasn't.
Just like to clean the air.
Now, let's. Oh God.
Namjoon is really ARMY's #1 protector. He never hesitates to confront people for their actions towards armies. He will defend our honor directly, or even in live television, because he knows that we will also protect them in return.
Thank you, Shookga. Thank you. I feel like I spoke a lot during this, but I had a lot to say because I respect his efforts and his passion and his protective nature, because throughout their years of trials and tribulations, they've had one constant thing supporting them besides, themselves and their agency, protecting them outside of their own circle. That's been ARMY. And these are people that don't take things for granted, so they're not gonna accept anything, and they're not gonna let things slide. And I feel like that was a huge move by Namjoon. Just the fact that he did so to begin with is actually huge, because he's saying, we're BTS, and you're not gonna come at us or ARMY without it being brought up. And that's enough to make people sweat, just like James was doing. But he kind of deserved that little bit of heat. He got the little bit of heat back from Namjoon, and then just like you said, the air was cleared, because then they've been filming and stuff together, and if they truly hated or just disliked him and all that, they wouldn't be here. So, but Namjoon, he just gave him that little nudge. Watch out, and yeah. Thank you for a great video showcasing RM. It's been a wonderful time watching this, honestly. But yeah, see you guys. Take care. Stay safe.